Hello, this is Geza Major, your local realtor, keeping you informed on everything real estate. Today, we're talking to investors, specifically about buying a home with tenants in Ontario. So, you found the ideal home. It could be the home you want to live in, or you're hoping to use as an income property. It could be a condo, it could be a house or a duplex. There's just one issue: there's already renters living there. So, what do you do with existing tenants? There's a lot to consider. Whether you want to explore the possibilities of a vacant unit, moving current tenants out, or how the existing lease could impact the transaction. The first consideration is if there's an existing lease. If a lease exists between the seller and the tenants, it legally will remain in effect even after the closing date. A change of ownership does not cancel a lease. Even if you intend to use it as your primary residence, you can't evict with an existing lease in place. When you purchase a tenanted property, you assume the tenant, including the lease, terms of the lease, and the current rental rate. The lease terms should be included in the agreement of purchase and sale. The landlord can ask if the tenant wants to leave, but they're under no obligation to do so. Regardless of how you want to handle an existing lease, it's essential to carefully follow the landlord and tenant laws. When a residential lease expires in Ontario, the tenants automatically shift to a month-to-month tenancy. If a tenant is on a month-to-month agreement, there are more options for taking up possession of a vacant home. You can specify in your offer that you want vacant possession, putting the onus on the seller to work with the existing renters to end their tenancy. The only way to legally end the tenancy is if you or a family member or a caregiver intends to take over the vacant unit. Legally, the tenants must be given 60 days notice in writing that the lease is being terminated. If you decide to keep the existing tenants, you must abide by the current lease agreement. That includes maintaining the existing cost of the rent. The law allows you to raise the rent by only 1.2% every 12 months. This amount is designated by the provincial government each year and can change. You cannot exceed that rental increase. You may ask the tenants to sign a new lease with modified rent if they're renting from month to month. However, they're under no obligation to do so. If finding new tenants is essential, you can make a financial offer to make moving worth their while. This is sometimes referred to as cash for keys. It will cause an immediate financial loss, but you can make up for it with increased rent and with a future tenant. If the tenant decides to vacate, they'll need to sign an N11, the agreement to terminate tenancy. Regardless of the arrangement you want to take with a tenanted property, it is essential to review the Residential Tenancies Act. It's the law and you must comply. Make sure you have a team of seasoned professionals, including a real estate attorney or paralegal with landlord-tenant experience. Clear as mud, eh? Call me with any questions.